Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Princetreppe back with another unboxing video. This one is gonna be it's not steel book this time. It's on just a regular 4K Ultra Blu-ray of Ready Player One. Now I'm pretty late on this one. I didn't get this one day one. I actually waited when it went on a pretty deep sale and I picked it up. I was when I decided to put some thought into picking it up, I looked, see if they even had a steel book. They kind of did and kind of didn't. The only one I could see was something on like Amazon for like 70, almost $80. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I didn't see actually Best Buy have one even listed on the website, so it wasn't like a traditional like steel box or steel book from for Best Buy like I usually get. So this I believe sorry, here's the let me show you the case. I don't know what that snap for reality. Y'all guys want to snap for augmented reality, go for it. I don't really care. But I like the cover, and this one has one of those sleeves. I don't really care for sleeves. I usually just end up tossing this because I don't like having to do this every time I'm going to use it. No pun intended. Uh, and probably toss it somewhere to the side and just stack it. I don't know. I might change my mind. But I shouldn't get it out of there. Hopefully this doesn't get too much reflection. It does. So let's do it this way. Um, the case is actually pretty good. I like the color palette they're using there. They're going for like a real classic type of look to it, and it's not like too flashy. It doesn't look extremely modern. It looks like something out of the '80s, which was they're kind of going for. In some ways, it's a lot of things they do is kind of cheesy, but it's cheesy in a good like a cheesy throwback, like a good '80s movie. If you grew up in the '80s watching some of these classic, Back to the Future, even Iron Robot. I'm not sure the Iron Robot came on the '80s, and I fact check me on that one. I'm not sure, but as you can see, he's in there, and a lot of these. If you're a gamer, a lot of avid or gamer or someone who watches a lot of or watched a lot of '80s kind of pulp classics. You'll see a lot of these avatars that you're familiar with, like the Iron Giant. There's the robot. I'm sorry, the car from Back to the Future, and there's a list a lot of things. I'm pretty sure I saw like Master Chief from Halo and some other ones in there. Ninja Turtles. It's a lot of throwbacks, and you'd be like, "Oh snap, man!" It was just really good, wholesome type movie, and that's what Spielberg's good for. It's a Spielberg film. It makes you feel like you're a kid again, watching like in the theaters for the first time, and it's just awe-inspiring. Like the visuals, the music, the nostalgia factor, it's all there in this movie. It's definitely one reason I wanted to get it. I think it's one of those movies where it will age better than most movies. Like some movies that come out today, you might think it's like the dopest movie ever, and then 10 years from now, like it was alright, I guess. I'm not gonna go back and see it, but this one, I think, as time goes on, it will get better with time, as opposed to some movies that will get worse with time or just stay pretty stagnant. So I definitely want to pick it up for the collection. And as added to the library. But without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox it. I don't expect too much because it's just a regular 4K Blu-ray, but at least we'll see what the disc looks like. Hopefully, something decent on the disc as far as box art. So let's get this plastic out of here. Let's see. Sorry, that's making a lot of noise with the crackle. And same thing, kind of front, because this has more of like a matted look, so that's like more glossy look because plastic around it. Again, the back, they used almost the same picture from the front and the back, a little different, but it stands out a little bit more. The cast right there, I don't know any of the cast really, to be honest with you. So that's a good thing that I'm not really that familiar with the cast. It means that this might propel them further, and you might see that in other films, like, oh, that's the guy from Ready Player One, something like that. And I hope I see that happening here, because that's a good way to propel a career, start with something. Oh, man, it's what I kind of thought. A whole lot going on. I was hoping for more. I really was, but this is that's the 4K one too. Boy, yeah, I got it. I kind of showed the digital code, but anyway, I don't really care. But that's it there. Just kind of this is the 4K one. This is the Blu-ray. Um, there's not a whole lot. They really went for this, like, really. I wouldn't say bland, but like kind of classic type look. You know, when you look at something like an old '80s or '70s type format or color palette. So I mean, they really kept it classic. I can't really blame them for that. That's kind of what they were going for. When I was in the movie theaters, I didn't watch this first in the movie theaters. This won't be my first rodeo. Um, you know, doing it big, got the popcorn and a large drink, or regular drink. They say, hey, would you upgrade for $1 and get a like a memorabilia cup? I said, for $1 for this size, why not? You know, do it for the culture. And I kind of like this. To give the scratches here, it kind of scratched up. I was I don't know what I was. I put it on a cup holder. It's kind of messed up the size. That's forgivable. But I do like this cup, and what I'll try to do is I'll try to preserve it as much as possible. It might be one of those cups. Like I remember back in the day, this is old movie called Willow. I remember they had like a cup. I don't know if it was Wendy's or some had a cup, and like 10 years later, I still had that cup. This might be one of those situations. Um, but that's it. I'm just gonna spin it around here for you. Back up a little bit so you can get the whole thing. But I did like the cup, so I thought that was a nice touch, just to get it for the memorabilia type. But that's it, guys. There's not a whole lot to this. Like I said, it's not a steel box, steel book, but still one good add to the collection. So I definitely recommend picking. Definitely recommend watching it. It's good for definitely watching it. And if you're like a fan of gaming, I say support it. I say go there, support movies that support gaming and the culture. So I say do it for the culture. But without further ado, guys, I'm going to be out. This one's not going to be too long. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification button for me, guys. Peace.